Radioactive materials. They play an important role in medical, research, and commercial facilities. They're found in equipment that saves lives and builds economies worldwide. But in the wrong hands, high-activity radioactive sources can be used to create radiological dispersal devices or dirty bombs and in other acts of terrorism. The International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, reported over 2,000 incidents of theft or loss of radioactive materials. Over 400 of these incidents involved unauthorized possession or criminal activities. There is evidence that terrorist groups are interested in the materials needed for a dirty bomb. An act of radiological terrorism would have substantial consequences for global security and the global economy.
We know that there are those out there that want to get a hold of these materials to cause harm, and we have a responsibility as a global community to make sure that these materials don't fall into the wrong hands and that they're protected, not only from a security purpose, but also to make sure that they can continue to be used for their legitimate purpose.
These radioactive sources, such as cesium-137, cobalt-60, americium-241, and iridium-192, are used to treat cancer, irradiate blood, sterilize equipment, and can be found in use in life-saving medical and research facilities and industrial operations in communities worldwide.
The mission of the Office of Radiological Security is to enhance global security by preventing access to high-activity sources that could be used in acts of radiological terrorism. We implement the mission of the office through a three-pronged approach. We protect high-activity radioactive sources at their targets. We remove disused and unwanted radioactive sources. And in addition, we are encouraging the use, where feasible, of alternative non-isotopic technologies.
ORS's Protect strategy uses the IAEA's Code of Conduct, which serves as a basis for international standards on the control and security of radioactive sources, to work with partner countries to build security regimes and commitments to these standards, which is important to countries economically and to the protection, safety, and security of communities worldwide.
ORS provides invaluable support in terms of technical resources for the delivery of training activities, for the development of international standards for security, and for the delivery of expert and advisory services.
A key partner for ORS is often the regulator. We work with them to augment the capability they have in country to enhance radiological security. We've worked with them both on training programs, on other efforts to build capacity.
ORS also funds security assessments, enhancements, and training to promote long-term sustainability of security systems to qualified businesses and community responders. Site security system enhancements integrate detection, delay, and response elements to prevent both potential outsider and insider adversaries from physically accessing the radioactive source. Since site responders may be unarmed, alarms are transmitted simultaneously to on-site and off-site responders.
To date, we've completed security enhancements in over 80 countries. We've protected over 1,000 sites internationally, and that includes physical protection enhancements and transportation upgrades. The security enhancements that we are putting in place are really focused on trying to contain the material, ensuring that that material does not leave the site, does not get into the wrong hands. In order to do that, that timely response piece is critical. We do a range of training that allows those people responsible for responding in their own communities to augment the training, customize it to their need, and to repeat it as often as they need, bringing in new people.
Radioactive sources in transit can be especially vulnerable. ORS collaborates with manufacturers and users to implement security technology enhancements for mobile devices that use radioactive sources, such as well logging and radiography devices. ORS also provides training and exercises to address the transportation of radioactive sources. ORS is collaborating with industry partners to develop security by design solutions, including built-in device delay and detection measures for new devices and devices already in operation. Partnering with the IAEA, supplier states, and other countries, ORS works to remove disused radioactive sources worldwide, collaborating with international partners to improve sustainable long-term source management. Through its collaborative efforts, radioactive sealed sources are placed in a secure storage location in-country, or in some U.S. origin sources are repatriated. ORS also supports partner countries with equipment and training tools to search for orphaned or abandoned sources. Working directly with regulatory, customs and border patrol, law enforcement, and other authorities to establish programs to search, recover, and secure in-storage radiological sources that have fallen out of regulatory control, such as orphaned sources. Reducing the overall presence of high-activity radioactive sources can have a positive impact on global security. With this in mind, ORS is working with international partners to reduce the global reliance on high-activity radioactive sources by promoting the adoption and development of non-radioisotopic alternative technologies where technically, operationally, and economically feasible.
The Office's investment in its REDUCE mission is a permanent threat reduction strategy. Where feasible, we're working with communities to implement non-isotopic technologies to meet their needs. By doing this, we feel that it's a very sustainable approach to security.
When we talk about security, it's always framed as a national responsibility and a national issue. But the reality is that a security event in one country has an impact on its neighboring countries, its regional partners, and the international community. So it's in everyone's interest to protect their radioactive sources. By continuing to work together, sharing ideas, lessons learned, and good practices, the international community can continue to support states in their establishing and maintaining and sustaining national security regimes. All states can benefit from that, and therefore we will improve security globally.
To find out more, contact the Office of Radiological Security or visit our website,